Students, we are in chapter 11, that is your network examples and protocols. So in the previous class, what else we have completed? Yes, in the previous class we are discussing about reference model. In that reference model we have completed the OSI model. So what is the OSI expansion for you? Yes, it is your open system interconnection. Okay, ma. Similarly, in that we have discussed 7 layers. What are the layers? Yes, the first one is your physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, and the next one it is your presentation layer, and the last you people will be having your application layer. So these are the 7 layers that are in OSI model. Okay, wow. So why you people need this layers? So in the previous class itself I told you people, for the transmission of data from one system to another system, what else you people are sending must be more secure. So similarly, during transport also, it must be very careful while the data is moving. There should not be any damage to the information that you people are sending. Similarly, hackers should not take your data. So that and all are done by means of these layers only. Everything is checked in by these layers only. So which layer is called as your heart of your OSI? Yes, the transport layer is called as your heart of the OSI model. Okay, ma. So that and all we have finished in the previous class, and by today we are going to have the next model, that is your TCP IP. We are going to discuss the next one, it is your TCP IP. So you people know what is the expansion for TCP IP. What it is? Yes, it is your transmission control protocol. So it is nothing but it is your transmission control protocol. And what it is IP for you? IP is nothing but it is your internet protocol. IP is nothing but it is your internet protocol. So what is a protocol first of all? Yes, some set of rules and regulations or that you people have to follow while transmitting the messages from one computer to another is called as your protocol. So while transmitting the messages, some rules that you people have to follow so that your messages or data could reach the end more securely. Okay, ma'am. So for that only you people are in need of protocols. So this TCP and IP is a set of protocol which governs communication among all computers. So this protocol is going to govern means it is going to manage, it is going to control the communications among all the computers on the internet. So by this is your most important protocol. So this protocol is your most important protocol. Similarly, this protocol is not an individual protocol, it is a set of protocols. It is to be a set of protocols. It is going to have many protocols inside. We can discuss it by now. Okay, ma'am. So what this protocol is going to tell you, that is TCP IP protocol is going to tell? Yes, it is going to tell how the information must be packaged. How the information or the message must be packed for you. Packed means how it must be sent. How it is to be packed and sent and received. So this is going to be informed by whom? By TCP IP protocol. Okay, ma? As well as how it is going to reach the destination. Everything is going to be managed or it is going to be instructed by the TCP IP protocol only. It is going to be instructed by the TCP IP protocol. So clear what is the TCP IP? Similarly, while you people are sending messages from one computer to another computer, what else happening? Everything we have discussed in the OSI itself. OSI itself we have discussed many layers, no? In that layers, each and every layer, something is going to happen. Everything is discussed in the previous class. Okay, ma'am. Yes, now we can continue with the working of TCP IP. So first we can see what is TCP or what is IP is going to do for you people. What is IP is going to do for you people? IP is nothing but it is your internet protocol. IP is nothing but internet protocol. So what are the tasks that are to be done by the IP? So IP is going to have the details of the packets. Packets means So you people already know what else messages that you people are sending. Everything will be split up into small packets. So that in that packets you will be having the details from which the message is coming and where it is going. That details will be stored in the packets. So IP is responsible for this one. That is the first one, details of the packet. It is going to have the detail of the packets that are sent over the network. It is going to have the detail. Similarly, what else it is going to have? Yes, it is going to have the information which have to go. That is, which packet has to go. Which packet have to go first or last or in between. Everything will be decided by this IP only. That is, which packet have to go. The next, where to go. And how to go there. That is the path. How to go there. Everything will be decided by this IP only. Everything will be decided by this IP only. So what are the tasks to be done by this IP? Yes, it is going to have the details of the packets that are sent. Similarly, it is going to have which packet have to go, where to go, and how to go. Go to there means what? How it is going to reach the destination. That is your there. So clear with what are the tasks or what are the work to be done by this IP. IP is nothing but it is your internet protocol. IP is nothing but it is your internet protocol. So clear with this topic? Yes, students. Next we are going to continue with the next one. It is your TCP. What are the tasks to be done by the TCP? TCP is what for you people? Yes, it is your transmission control protocol. It is your transmission control protocol. So by the name itself you people can tell it is going to control the transmission of the each and every packets. It is going to control the transmission of the each and every packets that you people are sending. So here what is going to tell? Yes, it is going to give a guarantee for you. It is going to give a guarantee for you people. That is, what else information that you people are sending will surely reach the destination. So TCP is going to give a guarantee for you people that what else the information that you people are sending will surely reach the destination. So guarantee for transmission of data. Guarantee for transmission of data. So that is your first point. Similarly, the next one it is, if there is any error, if the packet is going to be if the packet is going to have any errors, then the TCP is going to resend the packet again for you. It is going to resend the packet again. If there is any error found, the TCP is responsible for resending the packet again. So in case it must get the message, the one packet is missing. If a message is got like that, yes, TCP is responsible for the retransmission of the same packet again to the destination. So clear with the task what are to be performed by the TCP and next by the IP. Clear with this one? Yes, next we are going to discuss what are the frequent TCP IP protocols are there. What are them? Already I told you people, TCP IP is nothing but it is a set of protocols or collections of protocols for you. So first here we are going to see what are the frequent TCP IP protocols. In that we are first going to see the first one. It is your HTTP. It is your HTTP. Yes, these are your frequent TCP IP protocols. Okay, wow. In that first one it is your HTTP. HTTP is nothing but it is your hypertext transfer protocol. It is your hypertext transfer protocol. In which case and all this protocol is used for you? In which case and all this protocol is used for you? Yes, it is used between a web client and a web server. So it is used between web client and web server. Okay, wow. And similarly it is telling it is non-secure. It is non-secure. Yes, what it is HTTP for you people? Yes, expansion I will write later for you. First we can discuss what it is. HTTP is nothing but it is used between web client and web server. Similarly, it is non-secure. Non-secure means, so here we will not have any security. What else data or information that you people are sending? So there is a possibility for the hackers to take away your information. And the next protocol you people are having, it is your HTTPS. So it is your Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Similarly, the same, it is used between, same as that of the above, that is your web client and web server. Between your web client and web server, the only difference between the above and this one is it is secure. So HTTPS is secure for you. It is going to ensure secure data transmission. Okay, wow. And the next protocol you people are having, it is your FTP, that is your file transfer protocol. It is your file transfer protocol. So where it is used? Yes, it is used between computers. It is used between computers for sending and receiving files. For sending and receiving files. For that purpose, you people are using FTP. For that purpose, you people are using FTP. So clear with the frequent TCP IP protocols? Yes, that first one, it is your HTTP. It is used between the web client and web server. Don't forget, is it non-secure for you. HTTPS, it is also used between web client and web server, but this is more secure for you. It is going to ensure a secure data transmission. Similarly, the next one, it is your FTP, that is your file transfer protocol. It is used between computers for sending and receiving files. Yes, by now we can see what are the expansion for each and every protocols. So clear with the explanation that I have given for each and every frequently used protocols under TCP IP? Yes, the first one, it is your Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And the next one, yes, it is your Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. And the next one, it is your File Transfer Protocol. Next one, it is your File Transfer Protocol. So these are the three frequent TCP IP protocols. So clear with these protocols? What else we have discussed by now? Yes. So students, what else information that you people are sending from your computer to another computer, how that message is able to identify the destination correctly? Yes, it is going to identify the destination correctly by means of this IP address. It is going to identify correctly the destination by means of IP address only. Okay, wow. So by now we are going to discuss about the TCP IP address. Yes, for example, you people consider you are sending a letter to someone. What you people will be doing? Yes, you will be writing your letter, and you will be having, after writing the letter, put it in the envelope, cover it, and in front you people will be writing from and to. So to whom you people are sending, that information will be seen in the front. Similarly, it will be having from where it is coming, that is from address also it will be having. Similarly, what else information that you people are sending in the computer will also have to, that is to whom it is going to be reached or to whom it is going. So to identify the destination correctly, it is in need of address. So each and every computer will be having IP address. So by specifying, you people will not going to, you are not responsible to specify the IP address. It will be automatically found out by the computer itself. For that only we have discussed many layers, and there are another again many protocols are there, each and every, and many algorithms also there. So each and everything will be identified by the computer itself. Just what you people are going to do, type the the message and press the enter key. Automatically within a fraction of second it will reach the other end, that is to your destination. Okay, so while you people are, for example, you consider you are browsing the internet, what you people will be doing? Already I told you people, your computer will be recognized only by means of IP address only. So how you people will be typing your, while you are surfing, what you people will be typing? Yes, you people will be typing, for example, consider you will be typing like this only, that is example www.google.com, like this only you people will be typing. Whether your computer will be able to understand this one? So already you people know computer is unable to understand the English language. It can just understand the combination of zeros and one, that is your machine language alone. So you people are typing in this format. Whether your computer will be, that is your server, that is will be able to understand this one? Yes, it is quite impossible for you for that machines to understand. So for that they are going to use the IP address. So for this one the IP address is 216.58.216.164. So this is the IP, one of the IP address for Google. It is one of the IP address for the Google. For you people to remember this IP address, this is the number sequence, it is difficult for you. But for user, it is easy to identify or easy to use this letter, that is your www.google.com. So it is your domain name. So this is nothing but it is your domain name. And what this for you people? Yes, this is your IP address. So this is your IP address. And domain name is used by the user, and this IP address is used by the computer to identify from which server or which computer you people are going to access the information, from which server or from which end or from which computer you people are going to access the information. So clear with what is your TCP IP address and why you people need a domain name? Yes, next we can see what are the different layers of TCP IP. What are the different of TCP IP? So in the previous class we have discussed the layers of OSI model, and by now we are going to see the layers of TCP IP. So that is your TCP IP. It is going to have only 4 layers only. The first one, it is your network access layer. The first one, it is your network access layer. So what this layer is going to do for you? Yes, this layer is mainly concerned with building packets. So it is the main work it is going to do is how to build the packets. What do you mean by packets? Already I told you people. Packets is nothing but how your messages will be splitted, and in front of that message it is going to have the address of the destination. That is your header part and the trailer part each packet will be having. So that building, that is your construction of that packets is done in which layer? It is done in the network access layer. And the next layer you people are going to have, it is your internet layer. The next layer, it is nothing but it is your internet layer. So what this layer is going to do? It is going to describe how packets are to be delivered. So how packets are to be delivered. Okay, wow. How means how it is going to travel, how it is going to reach the destination, how it is going to, and which path it is going to path. Everything is going to be decided. Everything is going to decided by which layer only? Yes, it is decided by the internet layer only. It is going to be decided by the internet layer. So the second layer, it is your internet layer, and it is going to describes or decide how packets are to be delivered. And the next layer you people are having, it is your transport layer. Next, it is your transport layer. So what this layer is going to do? Yes, it ensure the proper transmission of data. So by that name itself you people can understand. Transport, it is going to move. Move your packet from one end to the another. So in this it ensure the proper transmission of data. Ensure means it is giving a trust for you people. Surely your data will reach the destination. That is ensured here correctly for you. So proper transmission of data. Proper transmission of data is given in which layer? that is your transport layer. And next layer people are going to have, it is your application layer. Next layer is nothing but it is your application layer. So what this layer is going to do? Yes, these here it is going to have all the process what else it is going to be done. So it is your application layer, no? So in the previous class we have discussed application layer is also called as your desktop layer in OSI model. So in this case here all the processing will be done. So this processing will include some protocols. These processing will include some protocols for you people. The first one, it is your FTP. You know what is an FTP. It is a protocol that is responsible for the communication between, that is your sending and receiving of messages or files between the computer. Expansion is file transfer protocol. And the next one, it is your HTTP. What it is for you? Yes, hypertext transfer protocol. And the next one, it is your SMTP. And the next one, it is your SMTP, that is your simple mail transfer protocol. So these three protocols, okay ma'am, FTP, HTTP, next one is your SMTP. These three protocols are seen in the application layer for you, and this application layer is responsible for process. What else? The process, network process, everything is done in this layer only. So these are the four layers of yes, TCP IP. Okay, so clear with the layer. So what is the first layer in the TCP IP? Yes, that is your network access layer. So it is responsible for building packets. Next, it is your internet layer. So it is going to describe how the packets are to be delivered. The third layer, it is your transport layer, that it is going to ensure the proper transmission of data. And the last layer, it is your application layer, that is here only all the processing, network processing are done in this layer only. For that, it is going to include some protocols, that is your FTP, it is, yes, file transfer protocol. And the next one, it is your HTTP, so it is nothing but hypertext transfer protocol. And the next one, it is your SMTP, that is nothing but simple mail transfer protocol. So clear with the what else the layers that are available in TCP IP? Yes, clear with this topic? Yes, next we are going to compare this layer with our previous layer. What is the layer that we have discussed early? Yes, previous class we have discussed the OSI model, no? So in the OSI model, what are the layers you people will be having? We are going to compare it by now. Yes, the first one, it is you people will be having, that is your application layer. And the next one, it is your presentation. And the next one, it is your session layer. And the next one, it is your transport layer. Next one, it is your network layer. And the next one, it is your data link layer. And the last, it is your physical layer. So these are the layers that are in OSI model. And next you people are going to see the layers that are in TCP IP model. So what is the first layer for you people? That is your application layer. Application layer. And the next one, it is your transport layer. And next one, it is your internet layer. And next layer, it is your network access layer. So these are the 4 layers that are in your TCP IP, and these are the 7 layers that are in your OSI model. So now we are going to compare these two. So these 2 layers, we are having the data link layer and the physical layer, no? So these layers are equivalent to network access layer. So in the network access layer, we will be having this data link layer and the physical layer. So what are the tasks that are to be done by the data link layer and the physical layer together will be done in the network access layer. அதாவது network access layerல உனக்கு இந்த OSI மாடல் உள்ள இந்த ரெண்டு பேரும் என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, அதுக்குள்ள இருக்காங்க. that is data link layerம் physical layerம் இங்க யார் கூட இருக்காங்க, network access. ஒரே லேயர்ல ரெண்டு பேர் செய்யற வர்க்க செய்ய போகுது. And the next, it is your network layer. It is also your internet. Both are same. Similarly, here you are having a transport layer. Here it is also the transport layer. Next, you people are having the 3 layers, no? Yes, application layer, presentation layer and session layer. These 3 together will be in the application layer. These 3 together will be in the TCP/IP application layer. So this is the way how the OSI model layers and the TCP/IP model layers are compared for you. So in the network access layer, you are going to have the data link layer and the physical layer of the OSI model. The application layer, you people are going to have the application layer, presentation layer and session layer of the OSI model. So clear, and you people got an idea how your information will be moving from one end to the another end. So while your information is moving from one end to another end, it is governed by some protocols. It is governed by some protocols for you. Under that, so each and every protocols will be having some standards also. It will be having some standards also. So under TCP/IP, you people will be having some set of protocols together. In that we have discussed 3. What it is? HTTP, and the next one it is your HTTPS. The next one it is your FTP. So HTTPS is more secure and it is giving a guarantee for you people that what else you people are sending will reach the destination securely. That is, it is giving a guarantee for you people. So for what else information that you people are sending will reach the destination surely, and there is no possibility for any hackers to hack your information. So clear with the topics that we have discussed by today. So today we have discussed what are the layers that are in TCP/IP. Similarly, clear with the domain name, why you need a domain name, and what is a TCP/IP address. Everything you people are clear? Yes, remaining we can continue in the next class. Thank you, students.